Good morning, students. Now we are going to discuss about transportation remaining chapter. Previous I explained. Okay. So previous I we discussed this these questions. Now let us go to another important topic. Blood pressure. Blood pressure. So the pressure the pressure with which blood flows in the blood vessel is called blood pressure. The pressure with which blood flows in the blood vessel is called blood pressure. So now concept presentation. So to move the blood through this network of vessels, a great deal of force is required. So how uh, this force is provided? Our the force is provided by the heart. The force is provided by the heart and so here the force is provided by the heart and is it is highest when the ventricles are contract, forcing the blood out of the heart into the arteries. Then there is a drop in the pressure as the ventricles refill the blood for the next beat. So now they given here what is blood pressure. So what is blood pressure? Just now I explained you the pressure with which blood flows in the blood vessel is called blood pressure. It is produced primarily by the contraction of the heart muscles, and blood pressure is the force exerted in the arteries. Mainly, we can see this type of blood pressure in mm, where means in the arteries. So let us take the this diagram now. Name the device given in the figure. So this is the name of this one. Uh, it is the sphygmomanometer. Sphygmo sphygmomanometer. Sphygmomanometer or BP operator. BP operator. BP operator. BP operator. So s- this the question, the name of the device given in the figure means uh, this device is called sphygmomanometer or BP operator, which measures the blood pressure. Next, another question: what we what can we observe that device? So from this device we can observe that pressure means what BP we can observe that. So this device given in the figure is called sphygmomanometer, and it measures the blood is always in the upper arm. Next there will be here uh, so here there are two pressures reading of which one measures the strongest pressure during the time of blood is forced out of the ventricles. This is called systolic pressure. The second reading is taken during the resting period as the ventricles refill the with the blood. This is called diastolic pressure. So what we can observe that. So the pressure mainly two types: systolic pressure and diastolic pressure. Systolic pressure means contraction of the auricles and ventricles. Diastolic pressure means relaxation of the auricles and ventricles. This is called diastolic pressure. So what is the normal blood pressure in a healthy person? So in a healthy person, the normal blood pressure is 120 by 80. 120 by 120 by 80 mm of Hg hemoglobin. People who have high BP during resting period are said to have hypertension. Have said to be hypertension. Hypertension. So now normal blood pressure is 120 by 80. 120 is the systolic pressure, 80 is the diastolic pressure, and SD you have to remember. SD. S means systolic pressure, which is 120 always. D means diastolic pressure, which is always 80. So you have to keep in your mind easily whenever this question is asked in examination hall. What is normal blood pressure means 120 by 80. 120 by 80. Generally, 120 is indicate that systolic pressure, and 80 is indicate that diastolic pressure. So 120 is the S, 80 is the uh, D means diastolic pressure. People who having high BP during resting period are said to have hypertension. If it is less than 120 or 80 of high hemoglobin is said to be low BP. So BP will be changes according to the activity in which the person engaged, such as resting, walking, and running, fighting, and what we can say when he is exciting, and all these conditions BP will be vary, either sometimes high BP, that is hypertension, or low BP. So the norm, let us discuss these question answers. What is the difference between systolic and diastolic pressure? So systolic pressure, which means contraction of auricles and ventricles. In this, what happened? More pressure is there. That is, we indicated that 120. Diastolic pressure, relaxation of the auricles and ventricles in the heart. It is said to be diastolic pressure, which is normally 80 in normal persons. So next go to what are the main causes of hypertension. Mainly hypertension reasons are mainly stress, strain, walking, and without resting, and anxiety. All these situations, mental disturbances, and all these situations leads to cause hypertension. high BP, it is nothing but. Third question, name the device used to measure the BP. So sphygmomanometer. So for sphygmomanometer, C is the correct answer. The blood pressure of the healthy young adult is 120 by 80 mm of Hg. First A answer. So this is also you have to keep in your mind. Next, blood coagulation. It is also very very important. And blood coagulation means, blood coagulation. So right. So blood coagulation. Coagulation means clotting. Coagulation means clotting. So clotting of blood. Clotting of blood is called coagulation or agglutination. So in Telugu it is called gadda kattadam. In Telugu raktam gadda kattadam. Coagulation means clotting. Clotting nothing but agglutination. Nothing but gadda kattadam. Concept presentation. Now let us go to that. Here the picture they given. Which cells are participate in the uh, uh, క్లాటింగ్ ఆఫ్ బ్లడ్ డ్యూరింగ్ ఇంజురీస్. సో మనం ఎప్పుడైనా తెలుసు దెబ్బలు తగిలినప్పుడు గాయమైనప్పుడు అక్కడ నుంచి కంటిన్యూగా సెక్రీట్ అవుతూనే ఉంటుంది. అంటే ఇక్కడ సెక్రీట్ రక్తం కారడం అనేది గాయం నుండి మానాలంటే ఖచ్చితంగా వన్ టైప్ ఆఫ్ సెల్స్ మనకు ఖచ్చితంగా అవసరం. ఆ సెల్స్ ఏంటివంటే బ్లడ్ ప్లేట్లెట్స్. వీటిని జనరల్గా వీటిని మనం ఏం చెప్పుకోవచ్చు అంటే థ్రోంబోసైట్స్గా చెప్పుకోవచ్చు. సో దీస్ సెల్స్, blood platelets participate in the clotting of blood whenever during injuries the blood bleeding is takes place. So what happens if the blood does not clot? So whenever we are injured, if the blood is not clot, what happen? We lost the number, more percentage of amount of blood. Due to loss of blood we will be die. So that after injury, after some time the blood must be clot in the injured part. So to clot in the injured part, a special cell should play major role. Those cells are called thrombocytes or blood platelets. What are the stages involved in the blood clotting? So already just now I said blood platelets. Blood platelets should play major role, an important role uh, to clot the blood. So following the stages involved in the blood coagulation. First, when the blood flows out, the platelets release an enzyme is called thrombokinase. Very very important. Whenever we injured, whenever the blood bleeding from the injured part, thrombokinase enzyme is released. This enzyme act on another substances called prothrombin, which is called prothrombin. So this prothrombin convert it into thrombin, convert it into thrombin. So now thrombin acts on another substance is called fibrinogen, which is in dissolved state, converting into insoluble fibrin. So the fibrinogen is converted into uh, fibrin. The blood cells entangle in the fibrin fibers, forming a clot. All the blood cells are gathered in the fibrin fibers and forming as a clot. This is you have to keep in your mind in a flow chart. In first step, what happen? Prothrombin converted into thrombin by thrombokinase. Fibrinogen is converted into by thrombin into a fibrin. Now fibrin is called converted the stop the blood and clot. So next, it is very, very important. What is serum? What is serum? Already we studied blood have two liquid parts, that is plasma and serum. Cells part are three. Means blood when we take it has two parts, liquid parts and solid parts. Liquid parts are serum and plasma. Solid parts are RBC, WBC, blood platelets. So these are the solid liquids are plasma and serum. So plasma, already we know that it is the liquid part of the blood which is yellow in color, which is present among the cells. Now which is obtained before clotting of the blood. But what is serum? Serum is a straw yellowish colored fluid portion. It is a straw yellowish colored fluid portion which is formed after clotting of blood. After clotting of blood. సో మనం చూస్తాము దెబ్బ తగిలిన తర్వాత చిన్న గాయమైన తర్వాత రక్తం బయటికి వస్తుంది. కొద్దిసేపు అయిన తర్వాత రక్తం రావడం అనేది మానిపోతుంది. కొద్దిగా అయిన తర్వాత ఆ దెబ్బ తగిలిన దగ్గర ఒక ఎల్లో కలర్డ్ స్ట్రా కలర్డ్ బబుల్ ఫామ్ అవుతుంది. ఆ బబుల్ ఏంటిది అంటే సెరమ్. దిస్ సెరమ్ ఈజ్ ఆప్టెండ్ ఆఫ్టర్ ది క్లాటింగ్ ఆఫ్ బ్లడ్. రక్తం గడ్డ కట్టిన తర్వాత మాత్రమే సెరం అనేది ఫామ్ అవుతుంది. నెక్స్ట్, హౌ మచ్ టైమ్ డస్ టేక్ ఫర్ బ్లడ్ క్లాటింగ్? So what might be the reasons for delay in the blood clotting? So normally whenever blood is flowing through the injured part, generally it takes 3 to 6 minutes to clot the blood. 3 to 6 minutes to clot the blood. So, to clot the blood, to stop the blood bleeding in through the injuries, a vitamin should play major role. That is K vitamin. K vitamin should play major role to stop the blood from the injuries. It takes more time for blood clotting. So another important one is a condition we can see that hemophilia. Hemophilia means if in some of the persons whenever they injured, blood will be continuously flow out of his body or her body. So this never stops, never clot. This type of continuously bleeding from the injuries in the human being is called hemophilia. సో హిమోఫిలియా అనేటువంటిది ఒక జన్యు సంబంధమైనటువంటి వ్యాధి. ఈ వ్యాధి ఉన్నటువంటి వ్యక్తులలో దెబ్బలు తగిలినప్పుడు లేదా గాయాలు తగిలినప్పుడు రక్తము కంటిన్యూగా ఎక్కువసేపు బయటికి వెళ్ళిపోవడం అనేది జరుగుతుంది. ఎందుకంటే వీళ్ళలో జెనెటికల్ డిఫెక్ట్ అనేది ఉంటుంది. నెక్స్ట్ ద క్వశ్చన్స్, ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ ద డిఫరెంట్ స్టేజెస్ ఇన్వాల్వ్డ్ ఇన్ ద బ్లడ్ కోయాగులేషన్. వాట్ హ్యాపెన్స్? Thrombokinase convert the prothrombin into thrombin. Thrombin is converted into fibrinogen. Fibrinogen is converted into fibrin. Then fibrin should come in the injured part and form as a clot. What happens if the platelets are absent in the blood? If the blood platelets are or thrombocytes are absent, blood will not clot. Blood will be bleed continuously through the injured part. Person should lose the blood. Person will be die. So write the blood clotting process in the equation form. So here there equation form, prothrombin is converted into thrombin by the thrombokinase. Fibrinogen is converted into the thrombin into a fibrin. So this is the flow chart. You can write this vitamin. Which vitamin is required for the coagulation of blood? D. Answer K vitamin. Identify the genetic disorder related to the blood. Hemophilia. Hemophilia రక్తస్రావం అంటాము. రక్తస్రావము జరగడం అని అంటాము హిమోఫిలియా. So now with this we have completed successfully transportation in animals. So and human being. Now let us discuss about transportation in plants.